everybody out here seeing Mike Howell, the successful business guy, the successful family man. They didn't know that I had dropped out of high school. They didn't know that I got arrested for selling drugs. One of the first things that God did for me when I got saved in jail was I would be going to work every day to the barbershop, and it was about a 30 to 40 minute drive. And so I started listening to a guy by the name of Charles Stanley, and he did a teaching on tithing. What struck me at that point was, when I was listening to that, God said, test me in this and see if I won't pour out a blessing that you won't have room to fill. Filling your house. And something about that just made me say, you know what, I want to test God with this. And so I was working at the barbershop at the time, and we made cash. So every day I would come home, and before I spent any money, I would count exactly how much I made, and I would take exactly 10%, and I would put it in an envelope, and I started giving it to the church every week. Well, the next thing you know, I had so much success in the barber business that I wanted to buy my own building. And trying to buy my own building, I ended up getting in real estate. And then, I got my first big real estate check, and I remember my wife and I were talking about, the tithing, which was way different, 10%, right? And we're like, oh, we're going to keep on tithing the same way that we did here. And God continued to bless us financially. Things got tight sometimes over the years, but God always met our needs. Today, we're talking probably 30 years later. We're sitting in the fruit of what God has done in my life, right? We're sitting in my office where we today have our own real estate company. We have 5 offices. We have 180 plus agents, and it's our job to steward this company the way that God has, and that comes down to our finances as well. God owns it all, right? And when we're good stewards of what he blesses us with, he give us more to bless, to be a blessing to others. And I like to say nowadays, I've always, people that know me know that I've always liked money, but I make money. Money doesn't make me, right? Whatever he says to do with it is what we do with it, because we know that it's going to be a blessing and it's going to be a greater impact to the kingdom. So I look back over the last 20 years and how God has grown me in Victory Church, how it's transformed my life, how it's transformed my family's life. Victory Church is a place where you can experience God, where you can experience his people and learn to grow into your purpose and what he created you to be. And when we as a body are all in, that's kingdom impact. When people experience God like that, it brings transformation. And when you see transformation, you see what it's doing in other people's life, you want it for everybody.